Okay, Catanians, so the prototype phase of the metal Catan hexes that I machined is finished. So what I'm gonna do now, when I make my full metal Catan set, is I'm pretty much gonna keep everything the same. Now you see here, I have stainless steel for ore, copper for brick, I have brass to represent wheat hexes, and I have a steel hex painted green. I might go for a lighter shade of green on the final, production phase hexes for the sheep hexes, and then I still haven't made wood, so you notice that. So that's the one remaining resource I still need to make. I might make it out of actual wood, but if it being a metal Catan set, I prefer to make it out of metal, but still that is being decided upon. So, but everything else, the shape, or sorry, not the shape, the size of the hexes, of course the shape's gonna be six-sided, and the size is gonna be, just as you see it here, from side to side, it is 1 inch across, and then from edge to the other edge, it is about 1 inch and 145 thousandths, so just over 1 1/8 inch. And then the inserts, I am still going to do for the 8s and the 6s, because the 8s and the 6s are more commonly rolled, and on a official Catan set, it'll be the number and then it'll be red dots, pips of production below it. I thought I'd make, switch it up, make it a little bit more interesting, and do brass inserts for the 8s and the 6s. Now I did do brass for the 11s here just because it was easier on the end mills to make the 11s, etching it into the brass as opposed to etching it into the stainless, which you can see I did on the 10, and I was just worried about breaking the end mill. But on the official metal Catan hexes, the inserts, it will be brass for 8s and 6s, and then stainless steel for all the other numbers. And then the last thing I gotta figure out is how I'm going to do the numbers 2 through 12, because I did it with end mills to make the 8, these 11s, that 8, and then this 10, but I want to do something different, maybe some sort of engraving perhaps, but I'll maybe have to invest in some sort of engraver to do that. So we will see about that. And now for the last part of this video, I just want to show you the taking apart of these. Sorry, early in the morning, I'm always clumsy early in the morning. It's like 6:50 in the morning. Been up since 4:30, but somehow still haven't fully woken up. So I just want to show you taking these apart, because these are going to, this one right here is going to Keister 429. He selected the Copper City with the 8, 10, 11, and that means that DavidGeorgeCatan, who is also a recipient of winning a metal Catan creation, will receive the Brass City with the 8, 11, 11 brick. All those hexes being made out of copper. They have a stainless steel base, and I had some stainless hex, or actually, I'm sorry, I had some round stainless that I machined into hex material, and I have a video on that on my Donating Horsepower YouTube channel. So to take these apart, all you're gonna do is take an Allen key, boys, once you receive them, 3mm Allen key, not a standard size, because the one size is too loose and the other size doesn't fit. You're simply gonna loosen this stainless countersunk screw and take it all the way out. And what that's gonna do is basically everything's gonna come apart, as you can see. And there is a drilled and tapped hole in the bottom of each city. Now, I tried to drill and tap just straight into the copper on this city, but what happened is when I was running the tapping, it just ripped the threads out. So I had to actually bore out a hole down in the bottom of the city, and then machine a brass insert, and then drill and tap that while it's still on the lathe, and then press that in, and then I can now thread my screw into that brass insert, and I made it so that the brass insert would sit flush with the bottom of the city. So that is disassembly, and keep in mind, DavidGeorgeCatan and Keister 429, that it's oriented like this. So the numbers should be facing straight up and down, and you'll see that I actually drilled a hole in between all 3 of them for the screw to pass through. So there's actually a slight cutout on each one, and they only orient like so. So you must put them in this configuration with the sheep on the left or on the right and the wheat on the bottom. And then of course the stainless steel base hex, it'll be flipped down like this, sitting down, so that the countersunk part of the screw can mate into the countersunk area of the hex, so it sits nice and flush when it's sitting flat on the table or the desk or wherever you're gonna display your metal Catan creation that I send the Keister49 DavidGeorgeCatan. And then, yeah, I'll take this one apart, why not? And then we'll finish this video out. Then I'm gonna go machine some stainless steel pump washers on the lathe in the shop here to get my day started, sip on that coffee. So same thing, you're just gonna take the metal screw off. Now it's a little bit difficult, you get everything apart, it's a little bit difficult to put it back together. And you can see I was able to just drill and tap the hole into the bottom of the brass city, no problem. Because you to put everything back together, you kind of got to hold everything together at once. So I'm going to put the screw in first. Then I'm going to take, and remember, just to show you the orientation of the brick, I should say, it's going to be just like this. So the brick, let me make sure here. Yeah, brick on top, 211 bricks on the bottom. Shout out to the Kelly C. So you're going to put these all around the screw. And then you're going to take your brass city and you're just going to try to start it. Don't worry about these shifting around on you because we can take care of that later. But if you can start it, it may not start at first. But actually what you can do is you actually put the brick hexes to the side. And you can actually just get the screw started in the city with the stainless steel base started as well. And then there's enough gap in there where you can slide in the brick hexes underneath the city, but above the stainless steel hex base. And then the tricky part is you get it all together. You're gonna kind of just have to hold it. This is why I'm just gonna, well, I'm gonna have to take it apart when I ship it. That's the thing. That's why I'm showing the assembly and disassembly for DavidGeorgeCatan and Keister49. So you get to hold all the hexes, but you can see the brass city is spinning. So you're gonna have to put a finger on that to get it close. And then it's gonna get too tight for you. So then you're gonna have to, once you get it, the brass city down close to the copper hexes, you can let go. And then you can take a 6-inch adjustable, or even if you have a 4-inch adjustable, that will work as well. You can just hold it there, and you can orient the city on the hexes wherever you'd like to, so that's showing the pips and the numbers on all the hexes pretty well. And then once you have it where you want it, you will hold the city with the adjustable, and you'll take your Allen key and you will just give it a little snug, just like that, and you're good to go. And it's all back together. All right, thanks for watching, and the full metal Catan set will probably be finished sometime in 2024, hopefully. Life just continues to be busy with full of projects, things I want to do. And of course, another Carmex car is in my future, hopefully. So all that being said, thanks for watching. Metal Catan set always being worked on, always being thought out. This is going to be one of my most exciting machinist projects to date. All right, see you.